Guys, back again. Today we're at the greatest museum in the UK, the National History Museum, I think. The Hancock Museum in Newcastle. I say the greatest. We don't really know how good it is because I've never been before, and to be fair, I've not got a lot to go and I've only ever been to the one at Edinburgh, so will we just go with the greatest museum in the UK? Right guys, first thoughts, as soon as you walk in, it's actually pretty decent. What we got here, let's extend this. Got a fucking dead lion. A kind of wildcat up there. And a zebra. And some sort of ostrich we've got up there. And a fucking giant elephant. I don't know if it's stuffed or not, because the rest of them look legit. I've never seen a stuffed elephant before, apart from, you know, the adverts for like Weight Watchers and that. So if you've never seen a stuffed elephant before, like I wasn't expecting much when I first came in here. But straight away, you just walk straight in to actually some decent stuff. So far, we're surprised. A fucking polar bear. Let's show you around sort of the first floor. So as soon as you walk in, pretty decent. And this is actually better than a zoo, you know, because every time you go to the zoo, you're kind of disappointed. Because in the advertising, they'll sort of show you like what they have, and when you get in there, all they have is like snakes and spiders and that. So I would rather see them dead. I don't know if you would rather see dead stuff. At least you get to see it. Because sometimes you go to a zoo, the last one I went to said, yeah, come see the polar bear. There was no fucking polar bear. Another dead thing. I don't know what that is. Doesn't look familiar. I don't know if it says what it is on the wall. It just says wow. So there we go. The second room we've gone to, just a couple of like disco balls and that on the roof. Here's something I've always wanted to see before. The extinct dodo bird. Obviously a legit one as well. And here we go, we're actually they've got some stuff for Hadrian's Wall. You know, we were at Hadrian's Wall the other day and we were a bit disappointed. Well, we've got some better looking bits of rubble than was at the wall. Some of that information that I never give. So here's a thought. Instead of going to hiding on the wall, where the wall is a bit shit, come to the museum in Newcastle. You can actually see like proper rocks with like writing on it. Unlike at the wall, when it's just bits of shit lying around. Come down here. And here's another bit of history for you. You know how we were at Arabia Fort the other day there, and it was closed? Well, this is the kind of stuff they actually have inside that fort that we broke into the other day there. So again, if you don't fancy the trip down there, come to central Newcastle and don't break into the fort like we had to do, yeah. It's a little head from back in the day that they made. So it looks like even back in the day, they sort of had obese people. And I thought obesity was a new thing, so it turns out it's medieval as well. They had a problem with eating. I don't know what you eat that makes you that fat in the medieval times, because there was never like a Snickers or a Mars bar or anything. I'm thinking that I'm not really that history guy. I love history, I love looking at it. I just don't like reading about history. Let's just look at stuff, yeah. So, Tuesday morning, he was thinking it'd probably be quite quiet in here. Surprisingly not, it's actually really busy. And what have we got in here? The next room, a fucking legit dinosaur, yeah. Apparently he was knocking around a couple of years ago, yeah. That's what you really come to see when you're looking for dinosaurs. You don't want to hang around old people's homes just looking at fossils in real life. This is where you want to come. The Natural History Museum. I was going to say a real life dinosaur, it's not, but you can get sort of an idea of what it looks like in here. Look at this big bastard. So there's actually quite a lot in here, yeah. I'm not going to show you all the boring stuff in that, so if you like boring stuff, come on your own, yeah. So now we're up in the Egyptian department, and they don't really have a great deal of stuff, to be fair. Just sort of like the chat you get in like a tourist hotspot, like some little fucker trying to sell you a Roman statue or something, or an Egyptian statue. So that's the kind of craft that's in this room. And here we have a sheep. I don't know if it's Dolly the sheep, like the first cloned animal or not, but we could go with that, I guess, because there's a lot of reading down there, yeah. And we know reading's not for me. A crow, oh my god, a crow. It's not the most exciting of things. So just to sort of sum up, the Egyptian department, a lot of shit, yeah. So like, you could miss that out, yeah, and just go straight into Dolly the sheep. They always struggle to sort of like fill gaps at some point in that, so they just like fill it up with the tat that you normally find in a pond surrounded by like beer cans and that, yeah. So we have like a duck, a swan, you know, the rats of the sky, like a little seagull in that. Not the most interesting. I think they put the good stuff when you just come in the door, yeah, get all excited in that. Get up to the Egyptian department and just disappointment. Come and see a seagull, like a dead one. But if you like alive ones, just hang around outside. If that's your thing, if that's all you come down for, a dead seagull, see a live one. So that upstairs, you can actually get a close-up of the big elephant. I don't know if it's doing it any justice on the camera, yeah. But it is quite impressive, yeah. Then we have a little monkey in that. So like, that mole there, dead mole. He looks demented. I mean, every time you sort of stuff an animal, it never looks the best, and it always looks a bit pissed off. And you can sort of see why you'd be pissed off. That little fucking wallaby there. I would be pissed off if you started sticking your hand up my arse so people could come and view me. So this is stuff's tiger, yeah. And I'm going back to the point. Oh, they got a bear in there as well. Like this first section is definitely the best part. It is better than a zoo. I know I said that before, yeah, but when you go to the zoo, it's hard to see a tiger because they're normally miles away, so you can't really see it, and then you try to get a video through a fence. But in here, you just come in, get all the pictures you want of the dead animals and that. And AI is good now, so you could probably make it come to life. That looks like a hyena in there. If you're going to stuff it, like, make it look a bit better than that, not like it's been fucking smashed by a tractor. They go with all the tribal stuff in that. He looks happy. That's kind of a little bit better, isn't it? To see what they used to all knock around in. Is that Chinese or something? Japanese. So if you just read the things, you can actually find out what they are, not just guess like me. Yeah, so they've got a secret, lost, hidden place, yeah. I thought this might be special. It turns out it's just a dark room in that, yeah. There's not really anything in here, yeah. So if you're getting your hopes up about the special exhibition in that, it's just a little pot, yeah. Probably just walk straight through that. Here's a good thing. It's free to get in, like every other museum. You don't have to pay to get in, so that's the plus side. You can make a donation at the door to cover the costs and that to run it. Obviously, we've never done that. So the museum in Newcastle, the Hancock Museum, worth a visit. 6 out of 10. See you later.